consent.
Okay.
Chero Documentary presents Filming in Thailand, a podcast for movie lovers with exclusive stories from behind the scenes.
Okay, ready?
Rolling
I'm
sound.
ready. Let's
and
go.
Action.
Hi, I'm your host Stéphane Lambert, and this is a new episode of Filming in Thailand. And here we are
Yes.
with our guest, ANUSORN SOISA-NGIM, also known as
Am.
Am.
Yes. I'm with AAM, okay? Not ARM. Because most of Thai people are like ARM, which is arm. It's weird to name arm like this, you know? So I decide to AAM then.
Can I talk?
Yes. Sure. Sorry. I just want to make sure people like spelling my name right. Yeah.
So welcome to Filming in Thailand, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So Kun Am, are you filming in Thailand?
I am a filmmaker. I am filming here in Thailand most of the part. Yeah. But my first film is not, I'm not shooting here in Thailand, but yeah.
The first film was in Japan.
The first film was in Japan. It's a refugee film because no country accepts. So we call as a refugee film.
So you are prolific filmmakers. How many films did you direct and produce yet?
I did, for directing only, I did 3 films. Also, I did 5 film series.
Yes.
Yeah, because most of the time when I do the TV series, they ended up called as a film series because I just don't know how to make TV series, I guess. Because everything I shot is just like a film, you know. Yeah. So
how many films would you say you did already?
8 films
8 films. That's so far in how long?
in 10 years.
In 10 years.
Yes.
That's a lot. That's really a lot.
I work hard. Jesus.
Yeah.
Too much work.
And
But
how many? This includes the TV series.
it includes this TV series as well.
Yeah. Wow.
So I have the new one coming up on December 14
In Thailand.
in Thailand.
In
yeah.
Thailand. Is it difficult to be a filmmaker in Thailand?
No, it's quite easy. You just have the gut. You just be brave enough to tell your story. You just go ahead and do it. You know, because you don't have to graduate from film school or anything. Just believe in yourself. Believe that you can make it story and go for it.
Film business.
Yeah, which is I'm terrible with film business.
We'll talk about that later. What's the difference between like this business part and the creativity part?
So the business part, they focus on like producer, like finding budget, you know, talk to the client and manage the shooting set and stuff. But directing part is more like get into the story, you know, like criticism or whatever stuff like that. So
in Filming in Thailand, we like to have quotes from famous people, and there is one quote I like from Ang Lee, and saying, "When I make a movie, I'm always in it for the human side first.
yes,
Movies are human stories."
exactly. 100% agree with him. Yeah, because it's all based on like, you know, experience of director and writer and stuff like that. You know, somehow you can see the signature in every single films that you watch by the unique director. You know, not okay. I don't want to name any director. Because
Please. That's a good question actually.
Like if you watch Steven Spielberg,
Spielberg?
film, you're gonna see a lot of part that talk about father, about kid, about those kind of things, stuff like that.
Family
like,
related.
Yeah, family related. Or if you watch like Christopher Nolan film, you're gonna see something like, what the hell? Like, what are they talking about? Yeah, like really try to find. I think Christopher Nolan, he play with the audience a lot. The audience mind. He never have an ending. So he let the audience decide, which is great, you know.
What about you? I mean, do you structure your film differently? Do you follow Christopher Nolan or Steven Spielberg? Who is your mentor, your influencer?
I love Wes Craven.
Okay.
Wes Craven, who did Scream, those slasher films. I love those slasher films.
Not really love stories, huh?
It's not love story at all.
Not very well.
Yeah, like bloody and stuff, killing each other, stuff like that. And yeah, I look up on him a lot. I respect him a lot. He just create whatever he want to do. And the way that he make people scary and laughing at the same time is such a cool feeling when I watch those scary films like Scream or even Red Eyes. People like no one talk about this film, but it's one of the best thriller horror film in history for me.
Could this film could you make that kind of film in Thailand?
Yeah, I did when he passed away. I was crying like a lava. I was so sad. And then I just made a short film for tributing him. It's called Bangkok Dark Tales. But somehow
it's part of a long feature. It's one of the episodes of the long feature.
Yeah, so it's ended up in the theater because they have potential, and I was like, wow.
So I remember I had the privilege to visit you on set when you were filming Bangkok Dark Tales, and you were filming at night. Was it a decision to save money or to create this atmosphere where everybody is scared?
To create atmospheres, and at the daytime it's a lot of noise, lots of loudness, people, and those area is many people, many cars. So I need a very quiet place. And the story about the new year and people went out of Bangkok. So it was nice to shoot at the nighttime, but it's so tired. Like 6 o'clock at noon, at the evening until 6 o'clock in the morning. I was like, everybody exhausting.
Everybody was exhausted. That brings us back to the main topic of this podcast, filming in Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
It is said, it's accepted that the Thai crew are extremely flexible, really, on the job. They work with their heart. They love what they're doing. You think you could have filmed in the middle of the night so long in another place, in another country, with another set of team?
I don't think so. I think another country, they have many rules. They have many like what they call strict rules, like
rules, regulations, labor rules.
Because another country they see these crew are human. In Thai society, we just want to get it done. We just want the work to get it done and completely cool. One of my films is called Present Still Perfect. Present Still Perfect in 2020. I shot only 4 days.
4 days?
4 days, yeah.
So the first reaction of the listener, I guess, would be to say, when they are professional from the industry, say 4 days must be a terrible film. But it's actually extremely good, and it has so much success.
It's one of the film that I grabbed so many awards, and I feel I not deserve this.
Okay, give us some ideas, some example of the awards you got with this film.
I got nominated in Asian Contents Award for 2 years in a row with Two Moon 2 and Call It What You Want. And Present Still Perfect got nominated in the festival in Los Angeles, Asian Film Festival and something like that. And and it's got the best film on NME magazine in 2020, which is very huge magazine.
Which magazine?
NME magazine.
For those who don't know yet, you have a huge audience. You were kind enough to show me the data, your statistic in your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Just tell us how many views you have with your films on your YouTube channels.
Just only YouTube alone, about 75 millions now. Yeah. And
but these are real views. You didn't buy them.
No. I never buy those views. Not like many companies.
75 million views.
Yeah. And they are from all over the world. They're from Brazil. They're from Saudi Arabia, which is like crazy. Like you're gonna get killed if you watch
because what we didn't say is that you have this your specialist, your area of expression, artistic expression, is this BL type of films. So boy love films.
Boys love.
So yes, it's true that in Saudi Arabia or some countries where they, I would not say gay friendly, we could say like that.
Yeah, like if you are gay, you can get like, you know, go to jail. Like in Indonesia, like my audience from Indonesia ranked number 2 of the all country that watched, and it was like, wow, that's cool.
And they are all in jail now.
I yeah, but I love my fans. I love every single one of them. I mean, without the audience, there is gonna be no creator, no director and stuff.
Is there a difference between a BL film, a boy love film, and a non-BL film?
I see nothing different. When I create every artwork, every series of films, I never think about gender. It's kind of weird thing to put gender on categorized films. I always like call it what you want. You can call it as a BL, LGBTQ, but I just make romantic bed between two people, and that's all in my mind when I create those things. Label them as a BL or LGBTQ film. Not that label like this is not good, but it's just like it's just weird for me. Sorry.
Sure, it should not be labeled. It should maybe it's a genre, but it should not be a category. Slide.
Put gender on to categorize as a movie is just not make sense for me.
There is a quote about Dee Rees who said, "The truth is that I think every person should see themselves on screen." So you're contributing, you're bringing opportunities to everybody's philosophy, I don't know, interest on screen through promoting. Are you promoting BL?
I never call my artwork as a BL, but but most of my fans are BL fans. So,
but what's interesting, sorry to interrupt you, what's interesting is that the BL fans are not necessarily male, homosexual, or whatever you would describe them or label them. They are everyone. And you were telling me that many of your viewers are women, actually. Female.
Yes, 75% they are women, and yeah, when I remember when I first create feature film. At that time, we don't even, the BL would not even exist in Thailand yet. So they call LGBTQ film. And when they done that, people so mad at me, I remember, because of the end.
What end?
I cannot tell you. Spoiler.
Which film?
Present Perfect.
Oh, but Present Perfect was your breakthrough. Was a movie that...
And I was like, I have so much freedom to create, like, I just create whatever I want to do.
Then you went to Japan
I went to Japan.
Tell us about your first experience of filming in Japan. I know the podcast is filming in Thailand, but then you can compare.
So, because, you know, I asked for many sponsors or like people here in Thailand. As a new filmmaker, they don't trust you. They don't give you money to create the films. So I was randomly like sending my story to like the whole world, I guess, and Japan accept. So that's why I have to fly to Japan, and it's so different. Like in Japan, when they shoot the film, they're very they can become another person. Like when we outside of the shooting, they're just so friendly to me. They were like happy, stuff like that. But when it's time for work, they work like a robot.
In Japan.
And Thai crews, like my Thai friends who work with me at that time, they don't get used to this kind of work, and they were fighting somehow. But that's the beauty of working in that kind of situation, because we learn to each other. They learn Thai culture when we make film. We learn their culture when they make film, and it's such a really cool experience.
Present Perfect was the first Thai film funded by the Japanese government.
Yes, and LGBTQ film too. Right now, I still don't understand why they give me fund or invest of this film.
Maybe the lesson to learn from that is that if you don't try, you don't get, and when you try, you might get it.
Exactly. Just be brave enough to go ask for money. You're not a beggar for sure, but just like just you want to create your own story. You want to be a storyteller. You need to be brave enough to just ask. Yeah, because I am the one who believe in fame can change the society. That's what I believe. That's why. Because in the real life, nobody listened to me. When I was a kid, I'm a middle son. So I have my sister and I have my younger sister. So every single day, my mom will take my big sister to tutor, take my little sister to piano. I was alone in the house watching film and eating food, I'm dinner alone, and my dad, he was a policeman. He moved every 6 months, so I have to move every 6 months, and I need attention, of course, when I was a kid, because I feel like I didn't get any love from anyone. But fame can make me imagination, can change myself. I believe in dinosaur from Jurassic Park when I was a kid. I just realized dinosaur didn't exist when I was 14. And that was so late, because see the magic of Jurassic Park that impact me, and I cry a lot, when I realized that there's no dinosaur in this world anymore, so that's why I was become a filmmaker. Okay, this job is just people gonna listen to me through my work.
Some people would say that in our industry, some of the stakeholders are still dinosaurs.
Yeah. Many of them are dinosaurs. Sorry.
That's why you fit so well. You like dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You are listening to Filming in Thailand, a podcast by Tero Documentary, with your host, Stéphane Lambert.
And we are back and still with our fantastic guest today, COMMETIVE ANUSORN SOISA-NGIM. Am I telling you on?
Correct. Yeah.
So you're a filmmaker. You're a filmmaker, and people need to to put people in boxes. And so you are said to be this unique and so successful BL director.
Mm-hmm.
Does it bother you to be labeled like the BL director?
Sometimes I would love to be a world-class director, not just BL director, because the society, when they saw as a BL director, they don't give a shit. Sorry, they don't care that much. They like the society, you just BL director.
You mean in Thailand or in general?
I'm not sure in general, but in Thailand mostly. And I hate when the media portray the director in Lakon series, yelling all the time, being upset, stuff like that. And when I was in the shooting set, I was I need friend, because everybody thought this director, we need to respect him. We don't go around him. And I was no, I need someone. And they set my table, and I sitting alone eating food. Yeah, so
you want to be part of the team. You want the team to mingle with you.
Yeah, so become a BL director is such an honor, but become a director is the best.
And do you feel the society in general is ready to forget about the gender of your films, and just say you're making films like love stories, not BL love stories?
I think when the same-sex marriage is legal,
same-sex marriage,
it's gonna be legal. I think the BL is gonna fade away, because it's not fantasy anymore. It's real life and stuff. So yeah, for example, in Taiwan, when they legalize same-sex marriage, it's just they BL or they LGBTQ films are very aggressive, because they need more fantasy, more
Sure.
Yeah. So movie is always extreme, and TV is always unrealistic. But every time I work, I try to be realistic as much as possible. Yeah.
This French director called Abdelatif Keshish. He says, love is a universal language and cinema is a powerful tool to communicate the diverse forms that love takes.
Exactly. I remember when my first film was premiere, and when it's end, people were like,
What was that?
it's on 12 February 2017
In Thailand?
in Thailand. And people were like, that's it? That ending? What the? You know? Like, they're so upset. And I was like, yeah, that's just, I want to end because I don't know the ending. This is my life. And because it's kind of,
Don't spoil it.
yeah. So
We'll put the link in the description so people can it by themselves.
So, like, I got many demanding from the fans. Like, they want to see a part 2, like my own ending and stuff. Because I think I think that at that time, like, people are not gonna accept my ending. So I opened the crowdfunding, and I got a lot of money. And I was like, Jesus, I need to make it then. Yeah.
In order to produce Present Still Perfect, which is part 2
Part 2 of Present
of
Perfect.
Present Perfect. So tell us about Present Still Perfect, because somehow I was a bit involved in the pre-production, the production of the film. It was quite a bumpy road for you to come up with this film.
Yeah.
But that you filmed in Thailand.
Yeah.
How did you end up making it?
Because, like, some of the fans told me, like, they're still in Don Mueang Airport. They're stuck there. They're feeling stuck there. They need continue to end the movie. You cannot leave me like this, director. And I was like, I talked to my producer, and I told him about the whole story, the ending and stuff, and he was like, no, this ending is not acceptable. People gonna hate it. People gonna found out.
At the end, you made the decision.
And I was like, no, I need this ending. This is my story and stuff like that. And I remember the first premiere. I just want to tell you, I shot this film in 4 days in Gokgood, Thailand, which is like
beautiful island.
Beautiful.
But there is no infrastructure there.
Yeah, there's no electricity. It's like no Wi-Fi, and everybody just focus on working. So 4 days, and it's crazy.
So how did you film with no electricity?
They have like the backup, but we need to
Power generator.
Yeah, but then they have no Wi-Fi and stuff like that. And then, yeah, I filmed there, and then it's COVID hit, and then I was showing this film on March 12.
Which year?
2020.
2020, okay.
The lovely year that COVID came. And then, like, on the first day of premiere, people from Brazil, people from Germany, people from Japan, none of Thai people here. I was so surprised. I was like, and the owner of the cinema, he was told me, like, he never saw such a reaction like this. Because the audience was clapping and yelling and crying and upset along with the film. And I was like, what? It's crazy. And yeah, it's become like one of the best BL in the year, you know, in ME magazine and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just showing only 3 days, and then the government shut down the city.
Of course.
And all the fans cannot go back to their country.
So you've been very active on social media, and you're giving your films almost for free for sometimes to people to view your work online. Give us some figures, some data, because they are impressive. How many people watch Present Perfect online?
Present Perfect online, just only YouTube is about 18 million, I think.
Okay,
18 million.
That's huge. I mean, if you translate this into ticket sales in a cinema, that would be huge.
Yeah.
So this is huge. What about Present Still Perfect? Do you have that kind of also traction with your fans?
It's like 25 million more. Yeah, and this is not include the illegal website and also not include like some platforms. You know, it's on Amazon as well, and it's got the best selling in Amazon. Like not the best selling, the most watching.
You are listening to Filming in Thailand, a podcast by Tero Documentary, with your host, Stéphane Lambert.
We are back with our fantastic guest, Kun Am, prolific director. You have such a huge number of views for your work that you are offering to your viewers, to your fans, to the public online. Is this because the budget you need to make your film is not that high, or is because you don't care about making money, or what is the idea behind just offering your work out like this?
So my idea to put my films to online platforms, and give it for free, because I just want people to see that I have potential to make film, and my story can be able to touch many hearts. That's what the concept and the idea, that's why I put it online like that. And then it's work, people pay attention to me too much sometimes, but it was such a warm thing to see the feedback of the fans.
A TV series in Thailand is reaching a large amount of viewers even today, and it's traveled very, very well.
Yeah.
Again, and then we will talk about the story, but how did it perform? What was the name first, the title?
The title, my first TV series called Two Moon Two.
Two Moon Two.
Two Moon Two, which is, I don't watch BL.
Okay.
I didn't watch any BL before. And then Channel 3, can I say the
Sure.
Okay, Channel 3 kind of like want me to direct it, and then I was like read the script, because it's the sequel from the Two Moon, and
The Two Moon was not from you.
Not from me. And I watched that first Two Moon, and it was suck. It was like, I cannot do this.
Why you didn't like Two Moon?
It's just not a good story. It's boring. It's like what the hell? Like it's too fantasy. It's not realistic. It's not relatable. It's just crap. So I was like, if you want me to make Two Moon 2, I need to retell story from the beginning, because that 12 episodes of Two Moon 2, I can make it to 3. Because like 12 episodes and it's boring. It's just like nonsense thing, like talking and then dreaming and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I gonna make, because if you guys want to change the whole cast, I'm gonna reintroduce my character with the first 3 episodes. And then I didn't know that the first one have many fans.
Okay.
And then when they announced director and the new cast, number 1 Twitter trend hating on me. And I was like,
Already so controversial.
I was like, wow.
So they gave you this freedom.
They have many rules at the beginning, and I was like, if you create many rules, I'm gonna break it. I was retold and everything, and it was such a very my first professional like shooting set with big channel and
So you had a lot of technical means.
Yeah.
And does it make a difference to film as an independent or to film for a larger studio with larger, resources, technical resources?
No, not that different. The difference that I need to go to like, what do they call, worship ceremony and stuff like that, which is
this is usually something you don't do.
I don't believe in religion, so yeah, I don't get. But like the director, the one who need to pray before the shooting every day, and I'm bored, and like this is not my way. I've seen Britney Spears in my head while I play all the time.
Why Britney Spears?
I love Britney Spears. She's my god. She's
Okay.
my religion. Yeah, she is the one who made me improve my English and flew to America to study exchange student.
Like Borat, you were looking for marrying an American celebrity?
No, I just want to be her. My dad was like, "Oh, my son."
I don't want to say something very mean,
Yeah.
but she starts to look like you.
So my dad was very impressed.
No,
like,
it's not that you don't look good. It means it's not like you start to look like her, but she starts to look like you.
yeah, everybody thought like, "Oh, I'm not. By the way, I'm gay." So my dad was like, "Oh, he might not gay because he like Britney Spears." But no, Dad, I want to be Britney. And yeah, and I like her a lot. I went to Vegas to see her, and she big inspiration for me too. My last TV series is called Till the World Ends. It's one of her songs.
It's called
Till the World Ends.
Till the World Ends,
Yeah,
which is one of
Britney's songs from 2012 from
Okay.
Film Patel. Track number 1, guys. Go check it out. It's a really good song.
You are listening to Filming in Thailand, a podcast by Tero Documentary, with your host, Stefan Lambert.
And that would be me. We are still with Kun Am, BL director, who doesn't want to be called BL director because you are, most and foremost,
Director.
a director.
Yeah.
Movie director.
Movie director, yeah.
So what is your next film?
My next film, I have my, because I have been done very, very, like, chaotic stories, situation like Till the World Ends or Call It What You Want. And my next film that is going to be in theater on December 14th is called It's Complicated. It's complicated. It's something that I want to experimental by bringing my series to be the film.
Okay.
Because obviously, yeah, as you can, my TV series not that famous in Thailand. It's famous in Thailand, but like, I want to bring another audience that like movie lover to watch in the theater and stuff like that. And I also have my dream project that I want to make people laugh, not cry, because people complain a lot like all my works make them cry so hard. And I see the reaction and stuff like that. And I was like, I feel so bad to make them cry. Yeah, so I'm very excited about my future and stuff.
But so this new film is a challenge for you.
It's a challenge for me. I expect nothing from that. But I just want to see how people gonna react, because it's talk about the behind the scene of BL industry. My industry have many problems right now. I feel like
You mean the BL industry or the movie industry in general?
movie industry in general. People just not nice. And being honest is not the way that make you success. Being honest is the way that gonna make you, they know you and they can trick you.
Okay.
And I don't like it. I don't like that kind of things. And yeah, so I just put this film to the cinema to see what reaction. Of course, some of people going to say, this is bullshit and stuff like that. And I was like, this is a true story, guys.
Is it your story that going to be on screen?
It's my story that
Kind of biography, yeah.
No, it's not, but I can say that because, like people gonna, like some production company will like, talk about me.
So basically it's based on true stories,
Based on
but
true
not only.
No, yeah. It's fiction too.
If any, what are some of the most significant changes you've noticed in this Thai film industry, over the course of your 10 years filming in Thailand?
Like I was so happy like 2 days ago. I just realized that my film Present Perfect is in the Thai Film Achievement organization. It's like
Thai Film Archive.
Yeah. And I was so happy because at the beginning they didn't call us a Thai film because the producer is Japanese and it cannot be Japanese film because of the Thai director. So I was like, where I should belong, And I finally find the place for my film 100% perfect, my first feature film.
I have this idea when I listen to you talking about your experience in at the same time directing and producing and dealing with this industry. Would you say that maybe the difficulties that you are describing are coming from the fact that maybe you are not provided with enough structure, and on the top of being the creator or the creative, the mind behind the crafting of films, you also have to deal with the financial side, the technical side, and that creates some frustration.
Yeah, because I'm like independent filmmaker who not rely on like big company and stuff like that. So become an independent filmmaker is very, very hard. Like when you want your film to get into the cinema, it's also tough. They are not easy. They just sometimes they're gonna put my film at 11 o'clock on Monday. Like who's gonna watch it? Nobody gonna watch it. So
if you are coming to film these movie distributors with this impressive data you have online, they are not convinced that they should open your films in more screens, available in better time slots?
Yeah, they did for Present Still Perfect. But yeah, 3 days.
3 days.
COVID came. And for It's Complicated, it's going to be my fourth film that in the theater. And I quite nervous about that.
Of course.
Excited.
We'll be there. We'll be there. So...
no, you have to be there 2 days early because the world premiere about, I think, December 12th.
What would you do if suddenly you have $100 million available?
I will go celebrity. I'm joking. I'm gonna make a movie, a good movie. I believe in myself a lot. I think I can make a good movie, a good.
So you would spend $100 million on one movie?
No, not one. I'm gonna make a company,
okay,
and then try to figure it out by building myself and set the new standard for the Thai industry. Because it sounds like communist, but it's like it's just not right. We, as a filmmaker, we don't consider as a job in Thailand. It's just hobby for Thai government. They treat us like we make film for hobby, not like this is seriously
you mean
a job.
What you're saying, if I understand well, is that you the structure does not provide you or help you to make a sustainable living and pay for your food.
Like the health care and stuff like that. They not provide for us because they don't think we are a filmmaker as a job.
On set, you would be a dictator, you would be a friend. What are you on set?
I can be a friend with the actors a lot. My actors are my friends because I feel like actor and director, we need to have the same mind, the same idea. We need to see the picture, the same picture, because we are creative departure. So we need to see something the same. So I'm not allowed the actors call me PM because in Thailand, when you order, they're gonna call you P, and then when it's P, it's just like more respect.
It's a show of respect.
Yeah. So I was like, don't call me PM, just call me and then bring the best on the shoot, on the set and stuff like that. And my actors always play with me, and then people in the shooting set start like, oh, these actors are rude. Director is so unprofessional. But the fact is, I want the environment, the friendship to be like friend, to be like, okay, we are here to make things for convince people to believe what we try to create. And on the shooting set, I think Thai team are very active. They work very hard, like with the money that they want is so low. And I feel like it's not fair sometimes.
Some weird questions I'm going to ask you now. So first, is there any actors or actresses you'd like to kiss
Jesus Christ.
Okay, this is one.
Okay. My gosh. Like the actor that I never worked with. Yeah, I
don't know about the one you work with. This is your private life.
It's gonna be so weird if I would like to kiss with the actor that I worked with before. So I like one actor. His name is Sky from AAM. You know that?
A Thai actor.
Thai actor. I was, when I went to GMM building, I remember I was in the elevator.
And he's just around.
No, please. I'm gonna scream. He was in the elevator with me, and I cannot breathe. And I'm gonna pass.
Why
out.
he smells so bad?
No, because I'm just so excited to see him. I love him a lot. He act in Hormone, the series, for the first time, and yeah. But I would not to kiss you. So if you heard or whatever, but yeah, he is.
What you're trying to say is that you admire him as an actor.
I admire him as an actor. Okay. But if I want to kiss, of course, Brad Pitt. Yeah, younger version.
If you had a wish and this wish is going to be true, like become reality, what would be your one wish?
My wish that I want people to be nice to each other. It's just a small thing, because
yes,
in the industry nowadays is become success. People gonna hate you because of your success, And I love competition. I love to be number one. But if I lose, I'm gonna be the one who give them a very big hand and standing ovation for the winner. If you are a good loser, you're gonna be a good winner. If you cannot be a good loser, you cannot be a good winner. So I wish people be nice to each other and not try to bring each other down. Just cheering up. We have one life. People just be nice to each other. Yeah, I try to be nice to people, even people that I know that they hate me. But sometimes it's just hard.
There is a question I like to ask my guest in filming in Thailand is about restarting. What would you do different? So if there was a time machine available and you could just set yourself back when you were 20 years old, what would you tell yourself?
This is the time traveling machine.
I will telling myself that just be who you are. You are badass people that I know, like, you're unique. So just calm down a little bit sometime and just go for it. Yeah.
Before we end this show, I have a surprise for you. I would like to offer you the award of all-time best guest for filming in Thailand. Fiat, please present our guest with the award.
Right?
Of course, I'm serious, but everybody has it.
Oh, thank you.
This is a mug. This is the official Tero documentary mug.
Oh my God, can I open it now?
Of course, please do. And I hope you'll have tea, coffee, drinks in this cup. So
that's very cute. So I'm gonna drink it, like here.
And this is how we conclude this episode of Filming in Thailand with our fantastic guest, Kun Am. We'll have the link to your films in the description of this podcast. Podcast available on all podcast platforms. And because it's a podcast and we have cameras, on YouTube too.
Yeah, so
thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
It's our pleasure and our honor.
That was Filming in Thailand, an original podcast brought to you by Tero Documentary on Hoodie Podcast with your host, Stefan Lombe.
Thank you for listening and stay tuned for our next episode of Filming in Thailand.
And a special thanks to our team here at Terror Radio. Kun Lina, Kun Miki, Kun Mam, Kun Fiat, and of course Kun Titinet, Kun Kritzakon. And with special thanks to Kun Brian for giving us access.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, thank you.
You want to do it again?
No, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, it was cool.
That was Filming in Thailand, an original podcast brought to you by Taro Documentary on Hoodie Podcast with your host, Stefan Lombe. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for our next episode.